All right, leaving Fontana Dam to start the Smokies. Plan is to try and get through it in 4 nights, 5 days. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, thank you for everyone that's donated to the charity. I now have a dedicated link that I will put in the description. All you have to do is hit the link, and that will let the charity know that you're a supporter of the channel and you're donating on my behalf for this hike. There was some problems with the link, but I think that's all worked out now. If not, it will be soon. So I'm actually coming to you in the future, starting this video. I'm at Hot Springs right now on a 0, so I thought it would be a good idea to take the time to tell you a little bit about Special Agent Raymond Round. So this video is dedicated to Agent Round. Agent Round died on September 12th of 1970. Just a little bit about Agent Round. He comes from Aurora, Minnesota. He enlisted in the Air Force back in 1958 and started his Air Force career as a jet fighter mechanic. So he was originally, he went to technical training there in Amarillo, Texas, and then he was assigned to his first duty assignment, which was Scott Air Force Base, where he was assigned to the 85th Fighter Squadron. In 1964, Agent Round was accepted into OSI, and he completed the OSI basic course in 1964, and then later in 1969, he completed additional specialized training with the language training program that a lot of OSI agents go to. What he learned there was Thai, and immediately after graduating that school, he got sent to Utapo, and I might be saying that wrong, but it was an airfield in Thailand. While there, Agent Round was extensively involved in black market investigations, primarily with narcotic sales and theft of US and government property, and he got pretty deep into it. Now, the unique thing about Agent Round is he died in the line of duty executing our criminal mission, which is much different, and you'll see this in the future videos that I do with many of our OSI fallen. Most of them have all been killed in action supporting contingency ops and wartime activities. That wasn't the case with Agent Round. He was doing our criminal mission, and he just happened to be overseas. So he got pretty deep into these criminal elements and made several enemies among some of the ringleaders of the criminal enterprise there in Thailand. So in the evening of September 12th of 1970, Agent Round was returning to his housing compound, and 2 Thai nationals riding a motorcycle followed him into his driveway, ordered him out of his vehicle at gunpoint. Once he exited the vehicle, Agent Round was shot in the head twice. Originally, people thought that this was maybe a suspected robbery as the motive for the killing, but after reviewing all of his investigative files, it looked like this was a contract hit carried out based on Agent Round's disruption of this criminal network and his work just around the airfield that he was assigned to. He was later awarded the Bronze Star for his efforts, and that's really all the information I have. I'm still doing my best to try to get more information. I told you guys in the first video I didn't want it to just be the biography and a little bit about their work. I want to know who Agent Round was, and I'm hoping, you know, maybe family members or some of my colleagues, either current or former, can hit me up and let me know if there's more information out there. I'm still kind of waiting on headquarters to get back to me if there is more information. For those of the few that I did reach out to that are trying to help me get the information on all of our fallen, I appreciate your efforts. But like I said, this video is dedicated to Agent Round, till Valhalla, and may you rest in peace. You'll never be forgotten. Those of you who don't know, Smoky Mountains requires a backcountry permit. So what you do, once you get to the permit box, you have to print this out in advance. I did it at the Knock, you can do it at Fontana. You put it in here, and then when you exit, you have another half, you drop it in the box to let them know that you're done. So here we go, start of the Smokies. Almost at Shookstack Fire Tower. To my right and notice this. We're sort of heading in that direction, but I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a pretty windy day, so it'd be a weird day to do a controlled burn, but hopefully it's nothing I need to worry about. It got cold last night. Whole bottles froze. I think it was in the teens. All right, day 2 in the Smokies. It is sunny and beautiful out, but it is freezing. Water froze last night in the tent. I think it went down to probably mid-20s. I have a 10-degree bag and I had multiple layers on. Kept somewhat warm, but I don't think I could probably do much lower than that without a different sleeping bag rating. Don't know how far we're gonna go today, but probably try to stick around 15 again if my feet hold up. I'm having some issues with my heels, but we'll see how it goes. More to come. looking at here is the top of Rocky Top. This one's for you, Vicky Swickard, aka Oracle. Alright, on the top of Rocky Top right now. Hoping within the next 24 hours we will be right here, which is Clingmans Dome. Okay, although there haven't been any signs, throughout the Smokies, I'm going to be weaving in and out of North Carolina. So over this way, it's North Carolina. And over that way, you can't really see it right now, but that's Tennessee. Another view of Clingmans Dome. Plan is to get to double spraying tonight here in another hour or so, and then wake up at 4:30 in the morning and hike 2 to 3 miles to get to the top of that and hopefully see the sunrise. What I don't know though, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but all that smoke over there is from the fire, so I don't know how that's gonna play into things. It's 4:50 in the morning. We are heading up a couple miles to Clingmans Dome, where we'll hit the 200-mile marker and hopefully catch the sunrise, because it's going to be a clear morning. First time night hiking in quite a while. All right, officially walking up Clingmans Dome. I wish you guys could see the moon right in front of me, but I know it's not going to be that clear, but it's perfect out. I think we timed this perfectly. Micro spikes are on because this is the trail. I'm not taking any chances, especially with me being so prone to falling. But I love this forest, it's beautiful. More to come. Alright, just got to Newfound Gap. This is about halfway through the park. I'm gonna grab some lunch. All right, we're at about 15.5 miles for the day after waking up really early to get that sunrise at Clingmans Dome. The shelter is okay, but it's not really good for tenting. And we're in a group of 5 right now. Really good group of people. I've enjoyed hiking with them. The next shelter's not for another 7.2 miles, so we're kind of wondering what we should do. It's about 1:45 in the afternoon, so it's quite a trek still, but it might be better there. So that's what we're kind of talking about right now. This is Rapture, obviously. Still working on your name, right? I'm going with Doogie.
The section hiker.
We're working on their name. You going with Link?
I think I'm gonna go.
Yep, Link and Carolyn's still working on hers.
How about Pigeon?
Pigeon, I like it.
I like
Yeah,
it. I like
yeah.
it. That's not bad.
All right, just got on the Charlie's Bunyan Spur Trail. People probably feel pretty good about finishing 200 miles and officially being under 2,000. But this is kind of how I feel. Just kidding. I'm focused on my next resupply, not how far I have to get to Katahdin. All right, just getting to Tri-Corner Shelter for a 13+ mile day. Not too bad. I don't know if I'm getting stronger or if it was an easier hike today, but I felt good. So we are about 16, 17 miles from exiting the park. So right on track. We'll have a big day tomorrow to make that happen. It's a big descent, but that is still the plan. I'm not sure where I'm going to stay tomorrow, but I'll figure that out tonight. Other than that, more to come.
A spinning wheel where all I feel is the ice getting thinner. Step by step, day by day, I'm fighting a winner. Pushed around, I'm nowhere bound, no solid ground.
All right, we're getting close to leaving the Smokies, and I think any minute now I should be running into my cousin Mike. He's gonna meet up with me on the trail and take me towards Asheville for the night. So we'll see what happens. More to come. Down to the shelter.
And I'm like, I'm down there, I'm looking up, and I'm like, see you walking across.
I'm glad you saw me.
Whatever, man. Holy cow.
I can't believe we did it. That's awesome.
Can't believe you did it.
Yeah.
We're trucking along, bro.
I am hopping. We're both hopping. This is Rapture, by the way.
How you doing, Rapture? I've seen you on the videos.
Oh no.
So, I'm 3 miles in. You're what, 170, 180?
230. It'll be 241 by the time we get down the interstate.
Yep.
I had to run back. I'm like, that must be him. I'm like, yep, that's him. So, good stuff.
Awesome. Oh, cool.
Let's keep humping it out. What do we got? You have
Now you have downhill the whole way, right?
2.6 miles.
Yeah.
Left.
All right, just finished the Smokies. I'm calling it 4.5 days, Rapture, because we started mid-morning, and it's only what, 2 or something like that. So.
That's fair.
Thank you, Smokies, for giving us good weather. I wish you would have given me some wildlife, but beggars can't be choosers. So,
You got plenty more to do,
yep.
coming, don't worry.
So long, Smokies. Fresh Grand. All right, oopsie daisy. Just did 5 miles with Mike.
Where you at, man?
And look what he brought. Oh, those are called trekking poles. Even he's more prepared than you. Whoopsie daisy.
Nice.
More to come. Thank you, Mike. This is
problem,
better than
man.
a tent. Thank you, Jess. No one told me that I could get a view like this without being in a tent out in the middle of nowhere. Check this out. They're putting me up for the night, which is awesome. I've already destroyed the place, and I think my socks cleared out the place. Pretty cool. All right, my cousin Mike just dropped me off where he picked me up yesterday. Had an awesome night's sleep, shower, laundry. Shin is still bothering me. We got a 15-mile day today, or 16-mile day today, and a 15-mile day tomorrow to put me into Hot Springs. And I'm gonna plan on zeroing there for at least a day to make sure it doesn't get worse. I am crossing I-40. I believe this is the trail. Yeah, I can see a white blaze behind me. Got a little bit of a climb to start out the day, and I should hit max patch today as well. Hopefully the rain holds off, but we'll see. More to come. View, Max Patch, North Carolina. Enjoy. Leaving Roaring Fork shelter area. It rained all night. Luckily I got to the shelter about 30 minutes before the rain started, and it just stopped about an hour ago, and it's 7 in the morning the next day. So most of my stuff is dry, but and I actually got some sleep for once in the shelter. So 17 mile day into Hot Springs today. More to come. This is the top of Bluff Mountain. Fog is thick, can barely see in front of me. I'm about 10 miles still to Hot Springs, so not sure how much more I'm gonna film with the fog, but more to come. All right, I'm about 5 miles from Hot Springs. It's gonna be a big descent into town. I'm on a full out limp now. So a few days ago I was having shin troubles in my left leg. Broke down and took some Aleve, which I don't like doing, and it seemed to fix it. And then yesterday, same problem with my right leg, so I don't know if I was overcompensating or what, but it's gotten pretty bad today. So I definitely need to rest. I'm looking forward to a 0. I don't know if one day is gonna do the trick or not, but it hurts pretty bad. I just hope it's nothing too serious. And a day of rest will get me back on the trail, but we will see. So for my 0 day, I got to stay at Elmer's, which is behind me, and I have a little room. Well, it's not little, a room on the 2nd floor, and the inside of this place is just incredible. I got to sit down with Elmer and chat with him on the porch for a good hour or 2 as I rested my leg and iced my leg. He's an awesome guy with a great story. If you are ever in Hot Springs, I highly recommend you check him out. 9 o'clock on March 16th, which means I'm officially saying goodbye to my dirty 30s. Turned 40 today. I just had a pretty big breakfast at the diner here in Hot Springs. I'm feeling about 70% good, I guess. Definitely still feel the shin, but I'm only gonna do or try for 11 today and just take it extremely slow. But got about 70 miles to Irwin, where my next resupply will be. So hopefully it'll hold out until then. It was raining pretty bad this morning, but it just let up, so I figure this is a good window of opportunity. I don't really see anyone else. I saw Rocket Man and Hawk were in the diner this morning, but this place is kind of like a ghost town right now. More to come. Alright, so just got to the shelter. I went really slow today. Probably a full mile per hour slower than I had been going. It's about 1500. This is the shelter behind me. Pretty terrible, pretty gross. I don't like sleeping in nice shelters, so there's no way I'm sleeping in this one. When I got here, some of you might know him or recognize him from YouTube. Hawk was behind me. For those of you who don't know, he's been on the AT for quite a while. He's doing his 6th AT through hike. He's even done a yo-yo, which means he started in Georgia, walked all the way up to Maine, and then turned around and walked all the way back to Georgia. So he's definitely one of the legends of the AT. It was cool meeting him, because I've seen some of his videos. But my plan, I already set my tent up. I'll walk up there and show you, but it's up there, so I don't have to stay in this shack behind me. So I'm gonna put my feet up and hopefully give my shins a break. More to come. Alright, I really haven't filmed much today. It's been windy, overcast. There's supposed to be a storm coming. Got my first full night's rest and sleep in my tent. I think the wider sleeping pad definitely helped out, so I'm happy about that. And I think I'm just getting used to being in the woods now. So I'm about 9.5 miles in for the day. I'm gonna have to do 16 today, which I didn't want to do, but to make it to Irwin, I'm gonna have to do 15s and 16s, simply because I'm not carrying 7 to 8 days worth of food. All in all, I feel much better today than I did yesterday. It's just the downhills are absolutely killing me, so I have to take it way slower on the downhills. I just want to mention really quick, thank you to everyone who donated to the charity on my birthday, especially the people that gave what I would consider significant amounts. That means you, Justin, Facey, and my mom, my grandma. The charity posted that I've raised, or you guys have contributed $800 since the start, so that's good, but I still feel like we probably have some donations out there that just aren't attributed to the hike. I mean, maybe not, but I know they had 39,000 when I started my hike, and it's been under a month and they're up to 44,000. So either they just coincidentally had a really good month, or people aren't mentioning my hike. So if you're a YouTuber out there or a watcher, subscriber, and you've donated, shoot me a note or shoot the charity a note and let them know, and maybe we can get that worked out. But thank you once again for everyone that has donated. I just stopped for lunch, tied up my tent to a few trees and let the wind dry it out because it was soaking wet. I don't even think it rained last night, but the condensation and humidity made everything wet. So other than that, I'm probably not going to film too much more today. Hoping my shins hold up for another 6-7 miles, and then another big day tomorrow. More to come. So I just got a notification from the AT Conservancy, and it said, beware of severe weather, check local forecast. And then I run into this sign. You probably can't see it because it's backwards, but exposed ridgeline trail or bad weather trail? Exposed ridgeline trail, I agree. This sucks. It's windy, rainy all night. I was cramped in a shelter with 6 other people. 10 minutes after I laid my head down, a mouse ran across me, or a chipmunk, I don't know. And 10 minutes into the day, it's blowing, cold wind, rain. I think it's going to be like this all day for 15 miles. Fun times. More to come. So today is definitely a day where I'm embracing the suck. The wind, the rain, the cold, just being wet. So I think I said in my first video, when the going gets tough, I'm gonna remember all of my fallen colleagues, and I'm still here to be able to do this. So I'm definitely thinking of that. But that's easy to think about, and that's, you know, a no-brainer. But I'm also thinking about what my alternative would be right now had I not made certain decisions. I worked for a commander that was, let's just say, very challenging to me, and I remember being frustrated almost on a daily basis. And just absolutely miserable, not because of my team, but because of my supervisor and my commander. So I'm thinking about that a lot. Like, what would be worse, me being out here in the suck with the rain, the cold, the wind, or being back in an office, being frustrated and not having the ability to do anything about that position I was in, and just having to suck it up and deal with it. And every time I go back to, I'd rather be out here. So I bring that up. A lot of my colleagues and coworkers who kind of served in the same roles I did. You know, I was a special agent in charge twice and a superintendent once. And I always tried to keep that at the forefront of my mind, and always thought that you know, being in those positions of power, you have the ability to make or break someone. So always remember that if you're in one of those positions, and that's not just OSI or the military, that's anyone that's in a leadership role. Something that I'm very passionate about. I got my master's degree in leadership, and I don't know, towards the end of my career I became very frustrated on that topic. I don't regret anything, but I often think, and I've been thinking a lot about it, as far as, you know, my decision to retire. I was on a trajectory that was the complete opposite, and then everything changed toward the end of my career. And I definitely don't regret the decisions I made. And people will say, you know, don't ever make decisions based on one person, but I disagree. If you're in a situation like that, and one person can have so much influence on the trajectory you're on, it's a big deal. So I only bring this up because, one, I'm passionate about the topic of leadership, and just a reminder to everyone that's in those positions that you have such a big role on the impact of your folks. One thing I noticed out here, there's a lot of individuals that think they have things figured out, whether it be in the Smokies or certain sections or certain things with gear, whatever the case may be. And what I've found is oftentimes they've been wrong. And it just takes me back once again to the leadership aspect of my military career. And I was actually part of a few units, you know, that had some poor leaders that got removed. But what I noticed was it was the commanders that thought they had everything figured out. They wouldn't listen to subject matter experts, or even, you know, their subordinates, or just the people around them advising. And they thought that they knew better than everyone else. And something I always used to tell my team is, you know, if you think you have leadership figured out, you're probably wrong, and you're probably not going to be a great leader. You need to constantly question every decision you make, how it's going to impact the team. I don't know. There's something to be said about confidence, but there's also something to be said about overconfidence and ego, and just thinking you have it all figured out, because in my experience, those are the ones that get into a lot of trouble, both out here and in the military. Well, I was not expecting to see the sun today, but I just dropped about 1,300 feet to this road crossing. It feels like it's 80 degrees. Extremely humid, but I'm out of the rain. So I'm dropping my gear, getting down to a t-shirt. I don't know if that's a good idea because I'm about to climb 1,500 feet, so I'm probably just gonna be walking right back into the blowing rain, but we'll see. More to come. Cleared up long enough just for this awesome view right here.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Serves this up reminder to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fair. Put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the
Been walking in this all day. Alright y'all, I didn't film a whole lot today due to weather. Luckily got down the mountain out of the rain. It's held off so far, but it's still pretty cold. 14 miles into Irwin tomorrow, and once I get there, I will conclude this video and upload it. Good night. Little pieces of ice on the outside of my quilt. It got so cold. Everything's soaked. There's ice. It is gonna take every ounce of my willpower to put these shoes on. They were soaking wet when I went to bed, and now they're a solid block of ice. This sucks. Holy crap. I thought yesterday was cold. Packing up this morning. So freezing. I still can't feel my toes, but at least now I'm moving and getting things warm, and I got an uphill. It has to be low 20s. I need to figure out my sleeping bag too, because I don't think I should be waking up with a sheet of ice on the outside. Luckily I stayed warm on the inside, but I don't know if it's just the condensation issue that I have with the duplex tent or what it is, but my shoes, my socks, everything was frozen solid this morning. 14 miles to Irwin, and hopefully get warmed up. More to come. All right, here with Killer and Wizard. We've been at camp, what, 4 days now?
Yeah.
Embracing the suck with shitty, I guess this won't be a kid's video anymore. But, with poor weather conditions, froze our butts off last night. But it's been fun. Well, I'm sure I'll see you guys down the road.
Yeah, probably. With our frozen shoes.
Yep. And you got a YouTube video as well?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a Wizard on the trail.
Cool. Check him out. He's a magician.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything to make this weather go away, though. So.
Yeah, I can't just snap my fingers.
You gotta learn that one.
Got sunshine, so.
That's true. All right, everyone. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you all for watching. Once again, thank you to everyone who has donated and supported the charity. This video, once again, is dedicated to Special Agent Round. Please keep his family in your prayers and make sure that he's not forgotten and his legacy lives on. I know a lot of you were wondering where I was. Like I said, I'm only putting videos out once every 2 weeks or so. Again, I just don't want this to be a job. It's a lot of work to make videos and edit and whatnot. What I'll do is I'll add my link to my Garmin in the description. So if any of you are wondering where I am, you can track me that way. Other than that, happy trails, and I'll catch you on the next one. More to come.